Hi, I'm Griffin Cataldo, and this report is coming to you from eastern Massachusetts, where the air temperature was 78 degrees today. It was a warm one across the region, and that is because we have some nice warm air aloft right now, but all that is going to be changing once we head into the next few hours and eventually tomorrow and the days ahead, as we have a few cold fronts that'll be coming through the region. One of them will be tonight, and then another one will be through the mid-morning of tomorrow, and it should be out of here by the time we talk about tomorrow afternoon. Today we did have some clouds this afternoon, this morning. We had some clouds, and that's because the temp and the dew point, they were matching. The temp is when the air can't hold any more moisture. So the air rises, it reaches its dew point, it falls below its dew point, and then it just has to get rid of that moisture somehow. And so it forms into clouds. And that's why we were able to get the clouds this afternoon. Right now, the clouds have dissipated, and that is because the dew point is decreasing. Right now, in the eastern part of the state, western Mass, the dew point is decreasing, and it has decreased. I think it's pretty much done decreasing for the most part, but it has decreased. So in eastern Mass, western Mass, the dew point is lower than the temperature. Above, at 850 millibars, the dew point is lower than the temperature. In western Mass, or west of Massachusetts, I should say, in west of Massachusetts, the dew point and the temp remain the same. And that is because the temperature, the cold air that's going to be moving into our region over the next few hours is already arrived in west of Massachusetts. And so because of that, the temp and the dew point remain the same, and there are some clouds out there right now. And so those clouds will be remaining through the night west of Massachusetts. And eventually those clouds will fill into the eastern and western part of the state. I just don't think it's going to necessarily happen until the second half of the night. And that's because the dew points will stop lowering and the temp will lower significantly, and so we will be matching across the board for a good while of tomorrow morning until we get to tomorrow afternoon. I think after 10 or 11 a.m. in the morning, those dew points are going to be falling once again, and that is because we've got these very cold dew points right now up towards the Michigan, Canada area, and those are going to slowly be sliding to the northwest and eventually crash the dew points in our region even more. Once that happens, the temp is going to be higher than the dew point, and so that will clear out the majority of the clouds for tomorrow afternoon. Now, I do say the majority, and that is because north of Massachusetts, up towards New Hampshire, Vermont, that area, it's colder aloft. It's a few degrees colder aloft, and so because it's colder aloft, the dew point will actually be able to match with the temperature better up to the north. And so if that happens, we've got a northwesterly breeze aloft that may filter in some clouds by the time we talk about tomorrow afternoon. I don't think it's a big threat. I think generally it's a mostly cloudy day to start. After about 10 a.m., we clear the clouds away, and it's kind of a partly cloudy to mostly sunny day, depending on where you are. The further north you are, the better chance you get in under some clouds. If you're south of the city, in Connecticut, Rhode Island, especially Rhode Island, you guys should end up ending the day off with a nice, mostly sunny afternoon. A little bit chilly. We've got this colder air, like I mentioned, coming into the region. So that'll put temps in the mid-50s across the region through the day tomorrow. So it will certainly be chillier and much colder for Sunday, as well as the colder air will be moving down towards the south even more. So we will get even a few degrees cooler for Sunday. I'd say we're sitting in the upper 40s to low 50s across the region. Boston is colder than southern areas on Sunday, and that is because the colder air mass will be more directly over the city of Boston versus the Connecticut area. So that's why I'd say Connecticut, yeah, you could be sitting in the mid-50s, I'd say at best, but I do think that could be just a little bit generous. And for the city of Boston, I'd say the low 50s and upper 40s seems likely. We'll rebound a little bit for Monday, nice and sunny through your day on Sunday, and it looks to me, at least for now, although there is a little bit of disagreement with the models, that Monday should be pretty sunny as well. GFS wants to make it a mostly sunny day. The Euro model wants to throw a few clouds in here by the time we talk about tomorrow. By the time we talk about Monday afternoon, but most of what I'm seeing right now indicates that it should be a mostly sunny day through your Monday before we maybe talk about some clouds on Tuesday, and Tuesday will be warming up once again, where we maybe could see temps in the 60s. That's my latest forecast right now. I'll be back with another update tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your night and enjoy your evening.